Okay, so guys, was ist jetzt hier los? Ja, genau. Also, so, the newest patch of Gwent. So, what's up with the newest patch of Gwent? So, we do have new emotes. That's already more than, let's say, happens in other games per patch. But okay, that's pretty cool. Then we have here, but additionally, we have also a complete rework of the positioning, which is also awesome. Putting that aside, they managed. No, it's just amazing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when the last patch has been, but I guess the last real patch has been like 2 months ago. Yeah, and within 2 months, they achieved to do what? To basically include emotes, to change the positioning stuff, include, and that's super sick, include history. Yeah, and do some visual refining of the points, which is also very cool. And yeah, card changes. Yeah, so what is this? Thunderbolt potion. Choose unit on the battlefield at 4 strengths and adjacent non-gold units. Alright, so this is like a different thing now. So it basically doesn't thunderbolt. Yeah, the same. It's like the Manticore Venom. Yeah, instead of doing the same minion assortiment, minion class, it basically pushes a specific minion and then the ones next to each other. And we also have the same in the other way around, which is the Manticore Venom. What about the Thunderbolt potion? Yeah, I don't know. One of the examples where the question is as strong as the response is. I don't like it. I like that they like what they did with Manticore Venom, because that basically creates a very good answer on kind of, let's say, semi-row stacking, right? And if somebody wants to interrupt Manticore Venom, they can just put a golden card to disrupt that. So then Manticore Venom might deal 8 damage max. But the Thunderbolt potion, it seems that the Thunderbolt potion might be too strong now, because once somebody stacks 3 things in a row, they can simply Thunderbolt potion for +12. So I have to say I don't like this Thunderbolt potion thing at all. Add 4 strength to it and adjacent non-gold units. Yeah, I don't really like it too much, this one. Yeah, because you get 12. No, it's just too good. The Thunderbolt potion is obviously just too good. Yeah, it now pushes 4 and the adjacent minions also receive 4. Means you can basically just put 12 stats, which is for a bronze card too strong. It's just too strong.
So they fucked up the good nerf, good figure. what?
It's not good. The Thunderbolt potion, that's not good. It's +12.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not good.
It's just better than Venom. So you have to run a Venom to counter the potion.
It's nonsense, right?
It's just too strong, right? Like, wait.
Yeah, it's like this too strong question. Yeah.
So you run 3 copies of it in every deck.
Should have been 3 strengths. That's a little bit sad.
Maybe you can give them a hint. Maybe.
Yeah, good. But I like how what they did with the Manticore Venom. The Meridian Bomb, I like it because I felt the Meridian Bomb is just too strong in general, being run in every deck. Commander's Thorn is an awesome change because, I mean, obviously now it pushes a maximum 20, and before it could also just roast take you to 28. Yeah, good, okay. So Commander's Thorn is an awesome change, 100%. Geralt Art, I also like this. The Animal Tamer, that's also awesome because, well, obviously he now is definitely not viable for row stacking anymore. So this is cool. It's also cool that they basically have this 1, so that makes him a little bit weaker, but also gives you the viability to also use this if you want in order to punish row stacking. This, yeah, whatever. The Hawker Healer was very important change, also very much appreciated. So now he's pushing maximally 10. 10 is still average plus for a browse card, so it's not too weak at all. And if you push Resilient Dwarfs, then it's even strong enough to be played 3 times. But the funny thing is, yes, it's still quite strong or very strong. It's still very strong. It's still a very strong card. And now compared with the old one, yeah. So the old one usually buffed 4 minions or 3 minions more and had 2 health less. Yeah, cool. So that was actually doing an average 15, 18, 20. It's completely ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. So Itline, yeah, no, not. I mean, whatever. She was not being played before. She won't be played now. Torviel, very cool, very, very cool. So adding 2 strengths within 2 spaces. Yeah, that's very much better. Yeah, because again, not row stacking. This doesn't matter, not be played before, not after. This also is kind of nearly irrelevant. So resilience now only lasts 1 turn. That's awesome that they nerfed the dwarves, of course. It's also awesome, I don't know whether we, oh yeah, we will see it soon. So we have here the Stremel from Tremors. Doesn't matter because, I mean, it was pretty much nearly unplayed beforehand, and it will also in the future see no play. So that's kind of irrelevant. Jennifer the Conjurer, remove 1 strength from the strongest opposing non-golden. Ties are resolved randomly. That makes her kind of unplayable, but whatever. But that's kind of unplayable now. The Witches are unplayable now, which is good, which is good. I am thinking that they were too strong or too easy to be deployed, right? So you could just play the Witchers and suddenly the game became a weird taste. And I like that they basically removed 1 strength each, which means, well, if you really want to run them very badly, they are unplayable in competitive mode. But it's like for those who still want to play them, yeah, they can go ahead and play them. But this was also a swing card because, well, sometimes you drew 2. It's like a patches, right? Sometimes you draw 2, then it's super bad, or you don't, and then it's pretty good. So I really like and appreciate that they did this. So Siri dash, they dashed her to what? They made the 9 dash to 8. Nonsense. Why? Because she wasn't even good with 9, and now she has 8. Okay, yeah, whatever. So this is irrelevant. This is awesome because these defenders, they just created a too big swing. So either you drew them last round, then it was super bad, or you drew them first round, you buffed them into infinity, and yeah, very good. Yeah. So then you carried over the edge over all the turns, and you probably won. If you didn't win the turn 2, you won turn 3 then. And like now they are much fairer. So that's way better. Yeah, the Zoltan Shive, I don't think that's cool because, I mean, this is now a golden card which is exactly as strong as the silver card is, which is kind of not what it should be, I feel. I didn't even mind that this carries over 2 times. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't even buff this guy. Okay, so what is this? Also removed Relentless. Resurrect a non-gold special card. Before it was non-gold special.
Now they can get it back into your pocket.
Rod Tosser, very cool change. 2 more life, and for that 1 turn more to wait. I think very cool. I think that the Rod Tosser becomes better, by the way. Yeah, I think if you do it like this, the Rod Tosser probably becomes better. Is it a problem? No, it's cool. It's awesome. Yeah. Kahir becomes obviously weaker, quite weaker. So for those who thought Nilfgaard might be overpowered, no, I'm not exactly sure, because Kahir was like the powerhouse card and now they don't have it any longer. Yeah, he was so bad that they changed it, and I think it's really super good that they changed it, because he was really bad beforehand. Yeah, he's probably still not that great. Assassination. Luke and Destro, yeah, before it was completely unplayable, and now, whatever, I don't know. But before, it's good that they changed it. Cantarella, the difference is when not spying, it loses. So you can basically reset it again. She's stronger now. Because if you take her back, she bases the strengths, but yeah. I don't know how much that makes. And what is this? Draw a card, then your opponent draws a card and reveals it. Okay, so the monsters, the ground got nerfed, and big time so. So now they are like 766, which is like big time nerf. Like big time. Because suddenly it's a very good nerf. It's a very good nerf, like a lot of the other nerfs. It's an insanely cool nerf. Because they don't overcome you with like 22 stats suddenly out of nowhere, but with 19, which is much fairer. Much fairer. Like these 3 stats, guys, big time. And this will make it much cooler to play against it. Yeah, it just the Crones were just super unfair beforehand, like super unfair. Achso, ja genau. Ja, noch was? Ja. Du fährst ja in 2 Stunden jetzt schon los, ja? Ja, okay, krass. So yeah, awesome. And what is this? Yeah, non-breedable. What is with the non-breedable thing? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, because if they are non-breedable, you don't have 3 guys and they resurrect, and if you resurrect them, all 3 come back next round. It also makes Chiron weaker, because Chiron cannot eat 3 any longer and so on. You can also not brainlessly flood your board with Neckers and so on, I think. You can still consume the Necker, but you will always only have 1 Necker, which is kind of fair. Mistral, is he just too strong or no? No. Immune to weather, remove 2 strengths from a random opposing non-gold card whenever a white hand appears on your side. Hey, he was already good beforehand. Why did they make him better? What? Was he not already good? What your player is a 13 or 16, and then 16 or 19. Yeah, and this is in most of your games, that's the keyword. And in some games she just doesn't. Putting that aside, if you play her as 13 and 16, that's very strong for a non-situational card. First of all, she is heavily situational. Not only is she heavily the situation on your deck, but she's also heavily situational on your deck build. So you also need to build the deck around her. And then if you play her as 13, 16, she's not even good. Because you deploy her for 9 as a gold card, which is absolutely or for 10 in your case, I guess, because you put her into the graveyard. By putting her into the graveyard with your hero ability, you lose 5 stats immediately, because you cannot discard another dude, one of the Vikings. So you lose 5 stats immediately. Getting what? Getting a 10 statter as a golden card, which is kind of a 5 statter because you missed 5 stats. So now if you say average golden card should be 13, you already lost 8 stats. Then you play her again as what? As probably 13. Then you regain 3, 2 over an average random card, and then you play her for 16. That's not even good. And we didn't even take account that you build your deck around her. And we also didn't take into account that sometimes you really brick heavily. It's just way worse. It's like really bad. I don't see. The thing what makes the deck good is the Skelliger discard ability. Yeah, we also played this stuff on, what did we play? 4,600 something. So we played it to 4,600 plus without Siri dash, and with Siri dash it performed way worse. And that goes also with no surprise, to be honest. Really doesn't go to a surprise. No, he died to Thunder, sure, but I mean he's also insanely strong if he stays, right? So I felt it's kind of fair that he dies to Thunder. Yeah, if he doesn't die to Thunder, yeah, cool. Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh. What I'm just saying is that he's so... Okay, is he not just simply too strong with 8? Weather immune and such? Silver card, 8, weather immune deals 2 damage whenever you some wild hunts. But there are a lot of wild hunts. But maybe wild hunts become nerfed, I don't know. Okay, draw. What is with this one? 7 strengths, remove 1 strength from a random opposing non-gold unit 7 times. Whoa, what? 14 strengths for a golden card, they're pretty good. What is this? Oh, that's resilient. So you can basically make him a vampire. If you draw him turn 1 or turn 2, he's a vampire. And if you draw him turn 3, you can make him a lubricant. But good news, if you know that your opponent cannot remove, if you know that your opponent doesn't have 3 damage, which is kind of impossible, because after this chat, everybody, this nerf, everybody will run discard, Manticore Venom, so you will probably always create a lubricant turn 3, just because it doesn't make sense to create the botchling then. But it's really good, because now you can really just play him and you can benefit from that. Dicture, whatever. Yeah, I mean, not really. Radovic the changer, I don't know. I don't think it's good. So what is this? John Natalis, yeah, he's very good now, because he's like a stronger Murgata break now. Way stronger, also for a gold card. Like, it's better to have this as a gold card than Murgatroyd Break as a silver card. That's what I'm saying. What's this? Okay, the Siege Expert. Okay, whatever. What is this? 5 strengths at 2 to honor. Yeah, good. No, whatever. Not being played before, not being played after. Taylor. This was. Oh, that's good. That's good. Did they improve? Ah, okay, current card, very good. Yeah. They made 2 stats better. Yeah, that seems very, very reasonable. Yeah, now it's super reasonable. Redrawing a card, 2 more stats. Yeah, that seems to be very good. What is this? I don't like it that much. Doesn't feel very strong to me. What is this? Yeah, okay, yeah. What is this? Yeah, okay. They make shiny 1 weaker. Yeah, why not? Oh. Was also not needed because I mean, yeah, but it's because Northern Realms is also not that much being played, but whatever. Loyal, disloyal. Set the strength of the unit on the right to that of the unit of the left. Ah, so they reworked her. Yeah, I can see that. Interesting. Yeah, that's like whatever. Yeah, Dona is now worse, like way worse. I wouldn't play him anymore. I mean, you cannot just simply give your opponents 13 stats or something. It's like, or 14 even turn 2 and stuff. Yeah, White Boar. No, what? Wait. Did I say the one is Jonathan? Yeah, exactly. This is 6 and deals what? Oh no, he's adding. Sorry. When I said something about the Murgatroyd Break, I meant this one. Yeah, the White Boar. I meant the White Boar. I am. Okay, and what is Restore? Ah, now it's also non-parentless, so it got even worse. And what is this one? This is just 1 weaker. Yeah, makes sense. It was also strong as being 5. But with 4, again, there is the Venom now, and with the Venom, it's kind of, you never can play double Warship, because if you play double Warship, they can just Venom and such. So I'm not even sure. I think they decreased. With being 4, they really lost a lot. So what is this? So now you can choose, or what? Ooh, what? No. No, never mind. No, I'm already tired. So what? Resurrect, golden. What's the difference? Go to bed, guys. Yeah, they nerfed Becker, so they had to buff White, but big time. Big. You won't believe. Okay, in my opinion, this is insane, insanely crazy. This nerf here, this buff. You think this will not change anything? The Nisral? I think that's super huge. That you can now play Nisral as a card which cannot be removed. It's pretty good. For 8. I mean, he comes into the game and you cannot handle him, and then White Hands deal 2 damage each. And it's like, okay, sure. I mean, it's not that the White Hand Riders are not that bad anyways, just saying. No. White Hands are strong anyways. I don't know what's up. Yeah, you skipped the draws, Lucky Tiger. Please don't. I mean, yeah, okay. Just think one time. I won't elaborate it more. Okay. And now they only fire when you discard. Yeah, that's also getting worse. Yeah. Aren't 100% confirmed yet. They could make small changes before patch release. Yeah, and they should. And they should. Yeah, it's quite obvious. Just going through the cards. I mean, there are some. Yeah, again, I think just going over I think in general they understand the concept and they make great changes. So that's like the bottom line. But putting away the bottom line, I think there are also very bad changes. So I think the Thunderbolt potion, if I understand it right, should be very bad for the game. Choose a unit on the battlefield, add 4 strengths to it and adjacent non-gold units. That should be very bad for the game, I feel. So it gives 12. I mean, okay, Standard Bros you would play. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, Standard Bros would be 9, kind of. And if you want to buff, you can, let's say, 9.5, because your buffed cards are kind of, yeah. It's better for your opponent to get rid of them if you buff them. But there's also one counter argument to that, and the counter argument is yeah, the hero power of the monsters is carrying over, so then for them it's good. And if you have a white hand deck, you might even want to run them anyways. Yeah. What I'm saying is, if you really get the ability to put 3 adjacent minions, suddenly you buff for 12. So even if it's 9.5, and if you say this is situational, which it might be, then let's put it situational in a way that if you draw it turn 3 and you already played a lot of cards, maybe it only buffs for 8 and such. So let's assume this should buff for 10 at least. But it freaking buffs for 12, yeah. So it's probably just too good, yeah. Full stop. It's just too good, and they should maybe change it to 3. I feel with 4 it's... But then again, every deck has access to it, which means it shouldn't be too bad for the game, probably. Because every deck has access to it, but it's kind of stupid if every deck has to play this. Okay, Manticore Venom. That's also questionable, because I also believe that every deck has to play this 3 times, kind of. Because you remove a lot of stats from the board, usually between 8 and 12. And if you can remove between 8 and 12 stats, that should be good for you. So yeah, maybe that's not exactly perfect, but I could have seen it maybe... No, I think that's fine, but I don't think this is. Yeah? And the reason for that is because this is a question, this is only an answer, which means if your opponent is clever, he can just build decks which basically distribute between the rows always 2 minions. And before they put the 3rd minion on the board, they would usually disrupt the row with putting 1 gold card there, which means you can expand to... You can basically play 6 cards without being affected by Manticore Venom, up to 6. And if you play more, I mean, if you have row distribution, and if you want to play more, you also have to play 1 golden at least. But like this, you can make sure that you're never been hit by the Manticore Venom for more than 8. So I can understand this, but I cannot understand this. Yeah, the rest is... What was another thing? Yeah, I guess the rest is... yeah, there was... Yeah, I'm not sure with the car here, because it was kind of nice what he did, I felt. Because it was an interesting mechanic, also skill heavy, and you could abuse it, but not really abuse it, right? I mean, it wasn't that Nilfgaard was the very best deck by far. It was just that it was one of the interesting mechanics, but yeah, whatever. I'm just always not very happy if you get rid of stuff which is kind of difficult, because that also makes it more competitive. Yeah. It was great that you could basically play him, and you needed to set him up in a very specific certain way. And otherwise you would get nothing of him. And if you set him up in a very specific, you know, like, sure, it's obvious, right? But if you did so, then he gave you a lot of value. And I'm actually a little bit sad that they're getting rid of such mechanics. But yeah, okay, whatever. So what else? Yeah, that's whatever. Yeah, again, the Nistral, let's see how this will go. Yeah. But maybe that might be a little bit... I mean, from what I see is... Wild Hunt Weather deck. Wild Hunt Weather deck with... I mean, weather deck. It's just that all the cards are quite strong if you think about it. So... You could also just click it together if you want. Yeah, it's not I also don't exactly see what they give Northern Realms to make Northern Realms playable again, because, I mean, what Northern Realms was already not that great, and now they, I mean, what I'm saying is that they make Radovich worse doesn't really help Northern Realms, rather the opposite, right? So, and that they nerf Shani, so I don't really see that they have to nerf Northern Realms that much. Wiper of the Sea, again, that's a very good thing for the Vikings. It's really strong. It's like 3, 5, 6. But then again, it's only for Vikings, so I don't know how much this should matter. And Skelliger definitely lost a lot of power, specifically with these nerfs with the ship. So yeah, let's see how this will go.